Hmm. Hello, goblins. It's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. It's an episode of this week's Pipes. I missed you. Did you miss me? I was away. But I'll talk about that in a moment. I'm smoking Freeborg and Treyer's Vintage Flake. The delectable Vintage Flake. I still haven't figured out what the topping is. I'm certain that there is one. It just adds a little sweetness, I think. If there's a flavour to it, I can't pick it out. So it just tastes like sweet tobacco. Slightly sweet tobacco. Exceedingly pleasant. And because it's so warm today, I'm on the old G&T. I don't know if I've shown this one before. I think I might have. It's the Roundwood Fireside Gin, which I've got to say tastes like gin. You can't help that something that says fireside, you expect it to give you a few smoky notes. There's none of that. Or maybe a Christmassy vibe? I don't know. Doesn't do that either. It's very nice though. And great bottle. I'm wearing a t-shirt. This is from Chris at Tobacco Pipes Japan, and I'm giving him a shout out, and I will do over the next couple of episodes probably. He's had a not too great time of it this year, I think, and so as always, I'll give anybody who needs a little help a little shout out. If it helps, I hope it helps. You should visit his website anyway. It is literally tobacco pipes. tobaccopipesjapan.com. There's a lot of great pipes on there. A few of mine as well. Worth checking out. Just a really great chap. You can't go wrong with him. And you'll see pipes there that you don't see anywhere else as well. Because he works directly with several Japanese pipe makers. So, definitely worth checking out. Even if it's to get your hands on an Eldritch pipe, if you haven't been able to get your hands on an Eldritch pipe. Yes, so there you go. I hope that helps, Christopher. Now, I was away. I was on the river. On a boat. And that was interesting. The first day... the first day actually was very nice. We just got used to our surroundings. We had a brief bit of, I can't really call it training, but can you say a brief bit of guidance on steering the boat. It was quite large because it was designed to sleep 6. I'm not sure how it could sleep 6, but anyway. So we stayed the night in the marina bit, and then the next day we ventured out and actually found a really nice pub on the river. Obviously, we did you could get access to it by the road, but we moored up. They had their own mooring space, and we moored up reasonably easily. Had a really nice lunch there. Chilled for a bit, then decided it was time to leave. And man, that's when the troubles began. That's when it turned out that the pub was at a sort of dead end. So you had to turn around on a narrow strip, so there's a narrow turning bit. I did not enjoy that. My nerves, in fact, were somewhat frayed after trying to turn around and not hit other people's expensive boats. By the time we got back to the marina part, I was not in the mood to take the boat out again. So, yeah. I can't say that part was enjoyable. Couldn't relax with it. So, it wasn't what I was imagining. I thought it was going to be a narrow boat on a canal, whereas it was more a riverboat on like a cruiser on a river. Yeah, I guess I'm not a natural sea dog. But hey ho, it was fun, it was an experience. I'm not convinced I'd do it again. There you go. We did it. It was an adventure. It was an adventure. So that's fine. Okay, this week's pipes. I've got 3 pipes. 2 pipes are available. I might show those first and the commission last. I'll do that. So, the first pipe that's available. This is the Sleep Dublin shape that I do, with a sandblasted rustication. It was nearly the other way round, a rusticated sandblast. There's a way of doing what I would call an enhanced sandblast, which is where you do a preliminary sandblast to see where the rings are, and then you go in with a rusticating tool, usually like the end of a drill bit or something, and you drill out the rings, and then you go back in with the sandblaster. And I sort of very roughly did this. This isn't an attempt to do an enhanced sandblast. This is just a rustication, loosely following the rings, and then heavily sandblasted again. You can see where the rings would have gone. Oh yeah, and a nice gnarly plateau rim, with a blue Cumberland stem. quite a fast shape to this one. Just swoop down and then up, kind of like the fast rim. Cool little shape with that sort of like forward leaning bowl. Oh yeah, new bags came in. I know a couple of you guys will have been receiving some non what's the word? What's the word for your badge, your emblem? I can't even think. Yeah, without the official Eldritch Pipes Lego one. Sorry about that. But I ran out, and they're now just back in stock. So everyone from here on out will be getting the official bags now. This is a second pipe that's available. This is the Louisiana Cultist pipe. Some of you may be familiar with it. It's one of several cultist pipe designs. This is the Louisiana cult. That's the cult that features in the Call of Cthulhu story. They're somewhere down in the bayou, somewhere around in the swamps doing nefarious things. So they get a somewhat gnarly pipe, and it's a chocolate and swamp green contrast, a little sandblast to bring out a contrast, and a moss green stem, moss Cumberland stem, part rusticated. There you go. Louisiana Cultist pipe. A sort of a heavily stylized version of my tulip shape. Heavily stylized. And then finally, this week's commission. Got the right way around. Tis an acorn, of course. Don't you recognise it? Chocolate and orange contrast. Nice little blast on it. Paired with orange Cumberland stem. How could I not? Yeah. So if you're interested in the Sleek Dublin or the Louisiana Cultist, send me an email at devilsreef@gmail.com. We'll have a natter. Oh yes. And new Briar in. Finally. I don't know if you remember. Hello. Are you sticking around? You are, aren't you? Alright. So, acorns are back on the menu, boys. I can now make... You might say, hey, but you just made an acorn. That was a piece that I'd put aside knowing that I had an acorn to make. But after that, I was, well, would have struggled. It's just the nature of things. When you order a size in Briar, all you can state is well, you get small, medium or large, and that means different things to different Briar producers. But even so, even if you say medium, which is what I do, which should ensure at least a 4-inch block, sometimes they give themselves a little wiggle room. Let's put it like that. And that's the way of things. That's the way of things. And but this time, I specifically said, I need like as many of this minimum length as you've got. And they were good enough to sort me out. So all is good again. All right. That's it from me. I should be back, all being well, next week. So, until then, take it very easy. The Loyal Pipe Maker.